with both sides placing their air forces on heightened alert. Given the tensions have now gone kinetic and likely to expand, we will take this opportunity to examine the air forces of both India and Pakistan, their inventories, capabilities, and recent developments. As of 2025, the Indian Air Force operates approximately 715 combat aircraft, placing it among the top 5 largest tactical air arms in the world. For comparison, the United States Air Force fields over 2,000 combat aircraft, the Russian Aerospace Forces around 900 to 1,100, China's PLAAF about 1,500 plus fighters, and France around 220. Within South Asia, India's fleet size significantly exceeds that of the Pakistan Air Force, which fields an estimated 450 or so fighter jets. The backbone of the Indian Air Force fleet remains the Sukhoi Su-30 MKI, with around 260 units in service. This twin-engine, multi-role air superiority fighter was jointly developed by Russia's Sukhoi and India's HAL under a 1990s agreement for a customized Indian aircraft. The MKI designation reflects this uniquely Indian variant, combining a Russian airframe and 3D thrust vectoring engines, Israeli electronic warfare systems, and Indian mission computers and avionics. The Su-30 MKI entered Indian Air Force service in 2002. Earlier Su-30K variants were operated from 1997. HAL has since produced the aircraft domestically in batches, and over time the platform has seen incremental upgrades. A comprehensive midlife upgrade, dubbed Super Sukhoi, is now underway, equipping the fleet with the Uttam ASAR radar and new indigenous weapons like the Astra Mark II Beyond Visual Range missile. The Su-30 MKI's combat radius is around 1,500 kilometers without refueling, and carries a wide range of precision munitions, including the BrahMos-A supersonic cruise missile, Russian R-77 air-to-air missiles, and various Indian-designed ordnance. The BrahMos can travel at Mach 2.8, with a range now extended to about 450 kilometers, giving the Su-30 a formidable standoff strike capability. Complementing the Su-30 is the Dassault Rafale, with 36 airframes operational across 2 squadrons. These 4th generation fighters carry the Meteor long-range air-to-air missile, arguably the most potent beyond visual range missile in the region, with a no-escape zone exceeding 60 kilometers. The Meteor's ramjet sustainer motor gives it high energy, even at long ranges. Rafales are also equipped with the Spectra electronic warfare suite and advanced sensors, and can deliver precision-guided munitions, such as the Scalp EG stealth cruise missile. The Scalp, with a range of about 500 kilometers, allows the Rafale to strike high-value targets deep inside enemy territory, while remaining well outside hostile SAM envelopes. India continues to operate other multi-role fighters like the Mirage 2000 and MiG-29 UPG, both upgraded with glass cockpits, modern radars, and improved weapons. Although showing their age, these platforms are still effective in strike and interception roles. The Jaguar Darren III fleet, specialized for low-level deep penetration strikes, is nearing obsolescence, but still forms a niche part of India's offensive doctrine. India's push for self-reliance is embodied in the HAL Tejas, a single-engine, delta-wing multi-role indigenous aircraft. The improved Tejas Mark 1A is slated for delivery starting in 2025. It features an ASAR radar, modern digital flight controls, and compatibility with indigenous weapons like the Astra Beyond Visual Range air-to-air missile. India's support assets are equally critical. They operate a strategic airlift fleet of C-17 Globemasters, C-130J Super Hercules, IL-76, and the Antonov 32 for transport and logistics. For aerial refueling, the Indian Air Force has a fleet of 6 IL-78 MKI Midas tankers, and in 2024 leased a US KC-135 tanker for training. They have also approved the wet lease of an Airbus A330M RTT from the French Air Force for a 3-year term, significantly extending the operational radius of their Su-30s and Rafales during long-range missions. In terms of airborne surveillance and battle management, the Indian Air Force fields Falcon AWACS mounted on IL-76 platforms and smaller Netra AEW and C on Embraer ERJ-145 jets. These assets act as force multipliers in beyond visual range engagements and bolster India's layered air defense grid. India's ground-based air defense is also undergoing modernization. Barak 8 medium-range SAMs, jointly developed with Israel, are operational near western and northern borders, and new indigenous systems like Akash NG and the long-range XR-SAM, Project Kusha, are in development. The Indian Air Force has begun inducting the Ashwini low-level transportable ASAR radars to enhance low-altitude coverage. With 7 air commands, over 50 operational air bases, and plans to expand to 60 fighter squadrons by 2047, it seems the Indian Air Force has the infrastructure, depth, and readiness for a sustained high-tempo operation on multiple fronts. The Indians are prepared for a two-front conflict scenario, namely against Pakistan and China simultaneously. With a combat fleet of selective modernization, and an increasingly networked doctrine to offset India's numerical advantage, its frontline strength is built around 3 core platforms: the JF-17 Thunder, the F-16 Fighting Falcon, and the newly inducted J-10C. The JF-17, co-developed with China, forms the numerical backbone of the Pakistan Air Force. Over 150 aircraft have been delivered across multiple variants, with the latest Block 3 models entering service. These feature KLJ-7 ASAR radar, helmet-mounted sight, a full-glass cockpit, and compatibility with the PL-15 Beyond Visual Range missile, giving the Pakistan Air Force a significant boost in long-range engagement capability. While its single RD-93 engine limits performance compared to twin-engine adversaries, the JF-17 is a cost-effective, locally supported multi-role fighter, allowing broad deployment across Pakistan's air bases. The airframe is partially manufactured by Pakistan Aeronautical Complex, offering resilience against external supply constraints. Pakistan's F-16 fleet, originally procured in the 1980s, remains a key multi-role asset. The Pakistan Air Force operates approximately 75 to 80 F-16s, including upgraded Block 15 and more modern Block 52+ variants. These aircraft are equipped with the ANAP G68V9 radar, joint helmet-mounted cueing systems, and precision munitions such as JDAMs, GBU-12 Paveways, and AGM-65 Mavericks. All are compatible with AIM-120C5 AMRAAMs, giving the Pakistan Air Force a reliable beyond visual range capability. Integration with Sniper XR targeting pods enhances strike precision and surveillance, while tight integration with Pakistan's AWACS network makes the F-16s a dependable all-weather strike and air defense platform. In 2022, the Pakistan Air Force inducted its first J-10C fighters from China, currently its most advanced platform. Powered by the WS-10B thrust vectoring engine and fitted with a gallium nitride-based ASAR radar, the J-10C brings enhanced agility, sensor fusion, and beyond visual range lethality via the PL-15 and PL-10 missile combination. With at least 25 airframes delivered and more expected, the J-10C is seen as a strategic supplement to the JF-17 and a core asset for quick reaction air superiority. Legacy platforms such as the Mirage 3 and 5 and F-7P and PG are still in limited use, but are steadily being phased out. Efforts to develop a 5th-generation fighter under Project ASM remain conceptual for now. Pakistan maintains a modest but capable airborne surveillance fleet, including Saab 2000 Eri, AEW and C, and Chinese ZDK-03 Karakoram Eagle AWACS, integrated into a centralized C2 network via the Link 17 data link. These systems support coordinated beyond visual range engagements and bolster the Pakistan Air Force's situational awareness across key sectors. For aerial refueling, Pakistan operates 4 IL-78 multi-purpose tankers, with around 3 typically operational, which support extended range missions for the JF-17, J-10C, and F-16 fleets. However, the limited number of refueling platforms constrains the number of concurrent long-range operations. In terms of standoff strikes, the Pakistan Air Force deploys Raad air-launched cruise missiles from upgraded Mirages. Though not comparable in speed or range to India's BrahMos or Scalp, they provide Pakistan with a limited precision strike option. Reports suggest work is underway on further air-launched systems, including possible Babo variants. Pakistan's ground-based air defense revolves around the LY-80 HQ-16 medium-range SAM system, with recent developments in indigenous radar, such as the SR-3D, an 80-kilometer range S-band system designed for SAM targeting and low-level coverage. Future variants are expected to extend this range further. Unmanned systems are also growing in importance. The Sharpar-3, a locally developed medium-altitude long-endurance unmanned combat aerial vehicle, can carry a 500-kilogram payload and loiter for over 24 hours. Armed variants are expected to enter service soon, supplementing existing ISR platforms like the Wing Lung 2 and earlier Sharpar variants. Geographically, the Pakistan Air Force ensures strategic flexibility by dispersing squadrons across major and forward air bases. Key installations include Pakistan Air Force Base Musharraf in Sargodha, Shahbaz in Jacobabad, Masroor in Karachi, and forward locations such as Skardu, which has seen deployments of JF-17s during periods of tension. There is no doubt that although small, the Pakistan Air Force has shaped itself into a lean, adaptive, and technologically agile force. Its strength lies not in numbers, but in integration, modernization, and asymmetric capability, designed to maintain deterrence and tactical flexibility in a high-stakes regional environment.